to walk to the nearest school.
Welcome.
Turn me up. Turn me up.
I ain't heard that one.
No, you said turn me up, so I just went with it.
Okay.
It's hype me up.
Oh, it's hype
Hype
me
me
up. Hype me up. Hype me up on
Hype
the
me
Freestyle
up.
Friday.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
I'm one and only Mr. Edmund.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See
Yeah.
that.
Thank y'all for tuning in and helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
The new.
Gangsta.
baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you know. Now you know.
so Freestyle Friday.
Freestyle Friday.
Oh, wait,
So
give
before
it
you
say
freestyle-
that. Yeah, before I was going to say
before you
freestyle. Do the
Yeah,
unfreestyle.
we got to let you know that what you hear during the freestyle is brought to you by an independently produced program, which is the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So the views, opinions, and statements expressed by the host, the guests, the callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, the management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. Freestyle Friday, what's on your mind, Q?
Oh, it rained yesterday. It is a little chilly outside.
Okay, no, it felt good.
It's chill. It's a nice chilly, but like it ain't, you know.
So I got a cousin in Maryland, up in DC area, and he said he had on shorts yesterday and it was snowing. Well, he had on shorts Wednesday and it was snowing on Thursday.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So the little chilly, I take the little chilly.
I will too.
Yeah.
It feel good. It really did feel good because they say it's supposed to be like a cold front coming through.
No, I'm with it.
I hate cold front.
I'm with it. I'm all the way with it. I'm with it. I like the cool weather. I like the windows open weather. Good morning, Tiffany. I like the windows open weather where you don't have to cut on AC. but like the cold enough to again be able to open up the windows, but not too cold where you got to cut on heat.
I'm somewhat in that, but like, I mean, I like that weather at night. Yeah. Not doing it like I like a nice breeze. Like I say, like a good.
But see, at night you still be kind of it'd be tough in the daytime.
Yeah,
but I like it like where it's at right now. This is good. Stay here. With the sunshine, this is perfect.
Sunshine with a breeze and some clouds to kind of overcast just a little bit, so you're not like scorching hot.
Yeah. Spring again. Freestyle Friday, Mr. Edmund. What's on your mind, man?
Nothing much right now. Just in it to win it.
In it to win it, own it for real. So we want to let y'all know. Was it when? Monday? When do we have Stephanie come in? Monday. So yeah, if y'all missed it, she came in and she provided a lot of really, really, really good information. Stephanie A. Wynn of the Stephanie A. Wynn Foundation. She joined us to talk about the 4th annual Let's Talk About IBD Health and Wellness Symposium. It's happening Saturday, March the 28th at 10 a.m. And it's an event that's focused on advancing health equity, patient education for individuals living with Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, also known as inflammatory bowel disease. And she was kind of doing some myth busting and really creating like safe spaces for people to talk about, if you got any gut issues. And so y'all make sure that y'all go back and watch that show, tap in. And then also the information about the event is on the Facebook page of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So hit it up. Tampa Bay Chalk Festival too. I got something that's coming up. So it's official. It's coming up. It's the PDAP hosting the 4th annual Tampa Bay Chalk Festival on the Deuces, happening Saturday, May 2nd. And you can just mark the calendar, save the date. I'm sure we're gonna be talking about it more.
Yes.
But it'll be Saturday, May 2nd. So y'all come out, bring the family, bring your creativity, and be a part of the Tampa Bay Chalk Festival. You can get more information about that by going to PinellasDAP.org. PinellasDAP.org.
And then tomorrow.
Yeah, what's happening tomorrow, Mr. Edmund?
Oh yeah, March 14th. We have a family field day.
Spring break takeover.
Yeah.
All things
taking over the park, kickball,
sack races. I think they're saying hula hoop now.
Listen.
Yeah. It's gonna be amazing. Field day.
Young, old, in the middle.
Yeah.
Aunties, uncles.
Seasoned. I think we got
Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Silver Fox.
Yeah.
You got your youngins.
Yeah.
And you got the even younger.
And then you got us.
Yeah. We the aunties and uncles.
Okay, that's what we
aunties and uncles. Okay, yeah. That's where we at.
Aunties and uncles. I feel that. I rock with it.
Yeah, we aunties and uncles.
Also want to give a shout out to the Childs Park neighborhood, man. On Wednesday, there was the Mayor's Neighborhood Awards. And so Childs Park was recognized in 3 categories: intentional equity, healthy neighborhood, and informed decision maker. And so we just want to give a shout out and a thank you to the residents who show up to the meetings, the volunteers who give their time, organizations and partners that really work along with the neighborhood, and all the people who care enough to keep pushing. So shout out and congratulations to the Childs Park Neighborhood Association. It was kind of cool, man. It was like you sit down, you accept your award and go sit down, and then they call you up and tell you come get another one. So it's kind of cool.
All right. So
yeah.
So y'all was like sinners.
Not quite, but
I mean, I'm putting y'all there.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, it was definitely appreciated.
Because sinners did a sweet. Sound like y'all did a sweet.
I ain't see this. The what awards was that? Was that Oscars or something?
The global they done doing sweeps everywhere.
Okay,
so there we go.
Deserved though.
Yeah,
that boy did his thing.
Yeah, the whole cast did their thing. Oh, and it's Friday the 13th.
Okay,
right.
What
and
that
so
mean
we're gonna talk about that because I'm really not like one of them people that. But let's see if people do have some superstitions on Friday the 13th. But if you're looking for something to do, Culture Creative at 9:00 is doing Flat Sober Feelings.
Okay.
R&B lovers come
that's
out
9:00 p.m.
9:00 p.m. to 1
this evening.
So it's for the grown folks. Come on out, have a nice chill time. Brunch Munch will be in the building, selling her wings and fries, waffles and wings, macaroni, cheese and wings. So Flat Sober Feelings.
That's what's up.
So yeah, Oh, yeah, that's
Would you rather?
Go ahead.
So we got Would You Rather brought to you by Jerish Martin LLC. So whether you're looking for high quality entertainment curation, top tier event stage management, look no further than Jerish Martin. Jerish Martin LLC offers professional entertainment consulting, artist coordination, and event management services to bring your next event to life, ensuring a seamless, exciting experience for your audience. Today's Would You Rather, this was actually sent to us by one of our listeners. Would you rather restart life at 6 years of age with all the knowledge you have, or have $10 million cash right now? That's an easy one for me. Give me the cash. I'm taking the cash.
I really want to say cash, but I'm going to say if I restart at 6.
Charlie Funk was good.
I ain't really with.
You ain't really with what?
But I always say I'd never be wanting to go back.
Okay.
Like, but then you go back to 6. There's so much stuff there. If I take all the knowledge, then I know like some stuff was going to happen. So I will probably capture some moments that I missed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't necessarily change like the outcome, but I'll change the things that I did, but like people that's going to pass away or things like that, I would definitely want to capture and make the most of the moments that I had with them. So so if I go back to 6, there's things I would take more pictures, maybe do more videos.
Okay.
Maybe like.
So that means you have to go back at 6 today.
Okay, boom. I'm going.
You think about that. Now, does that mean go back to 6 when you was 6? Like, so for me, what that'll be 82? Or would that be like go back to 6 today and start from here?
If I'm going, I don't know. I don't know, but if I'm going back,
go back to 82.
but if I went back, I'm okay. But if I go back to 82, I remember 92, right?
Yeah.
When my grandfather passed away. Like me and him was like thick as thieves, right? And he got me up and he was like, "Come on, we going to church." Now my grandfather really wasn't a church going person. Like that wasn't his thing. And he was like, "We going to church." And I said, "Okay, Daddy," like boom, boom, boom. When it was time to go to church, I didn't want to go. I was outside jumping on the trampoline. He was like, "Nancy, get dressed." And I just kind of like, and I didn't go. My auntie ended up going with him. But then the next day he got up that morning and had a brain aneurysm.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And so for me, that would be a moment that I would have, if I could redo that, I would have did that.
I hear that. I hear that. I got a lot of those too, but I would rather keep going now to be able to change the now for the people who in my life now. But with that 10 million, I can do a lot of impact these days instead of trying to go back to 6 years old and work on the next 42 or 40, what it is, 44.
Listen,
I ain't trying to go do another 44. Even with what I know, because that probably would really be depressing. Because you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. And you think just because you know that it's going to make everything easier, it might make it harder.
It might. You never know. But the $10 million, I don't know.
Just give me that. I'll take my chances.
Give me 10.
I'll take my chances going forward. I have to go back. Mr. Edmond, what you got, man?
I don't know, man.
How you handle that one? Go back to 6 with what you know.
This ain't one that you can say, I won't both. This ain't one of them, would you rather?
Go back to 6 with all the knowledge and 10 million.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I mean, if we changing rules and we saying what we could do, maybe possibly.
Maybe,
No pressure. No pressure.
Okay, there we go. All right, so Joe, after 2 days, after 2 days off, nothing has changed.
So Kiwi say, "Give me the 10 million." Tiffany say, 10 million cash. If I go back to 6, my life be totally different. I may not have my kids, and I can't risk that. See, that's what I'm talking about.
No, I still have Cheyenne. Like, there's some things that, like, you're not. Like there's some things that
even if you know that, you still look like
yes,
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like,
but the knowledge that I know that came along with it, like there's things that you just So yeah, I don't know. But when you're playing with when you go back, you always change something. You know, the butterfly effect.
That's
You seen the movie,
yeah.
like
you change one thing and it changes
the course of everything else. So that is true.
You move this to here, and not everything else change.
Yeah,
like one thing can change everything.
Yeah, it's the ripple effect. So you're right.
I take my chances with going forward.
That's why
10 million.
That's why we're here. Look, that's why it's a would you rather.
Yeah.
Now I want to give a shout out today.
Okay.
Shout out to Mike Wells.
Okay.
Boom, 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 Hoggy.
Okay.
So anybody knows, and shout out to Tony Wells, because that's where I found it.
Okay.
So I'm looking for somebody to do some repairs on my car.
Okay.
Right? I need brakes. I need an oil change. And I don't want to, spend all my life savings on it.
Right.
So I go on there. Stephanie actually was saying, is there any good mechanics out there that's reasonable?
I did see that.
Right. I go on that.
That's so Stephanie. She dancing her way into her birthday too.
Yeah.
So
when I look at it, I saw that, and then I end up hitting him up, and he was like, "Oh, I'll be out there in 30 minutes." And he came at right, affordable, because I'm not gonna call him cheap. You know what I mean? No, but affordable. He did the job, got it done, and not only did he did it, he had his grill on the back of his truck.
Okay.
We bought wings too, right? And they were amazing.
So you get the brakes done and a plate.
Yes.
All of that. I don't know how I feel about that one.
No, but he was clean. He was clean. But he was clean. Like, he really was.
Okay.
But like the fact that he had already had that set up, and they was cooking while he was doing it. Like,
so he doing breaks, they cooking.
And so when he pulled up, he had the grill on the back, and me and my we was like, "Is he barbecuing?" So we weren't quite, but he was.
He cooking all the way around,
and it was good. But he really did. So if you're looking for a good mechanic, and he also do repairs at housing. So this is just a shout out, because when people do good stuff, I think you should praise them, because a lot of times we complain about the bad service.
Yeah.
And he did excellent service, pulled up, did what he needed to do. And so shout out to him, because I went somewhere else and the service
it wasn't exactly the same.
And I really kind of felt like it was like white pies only. When I went down, I'm not even gonna lie. When I walked in there, they gave me a nibber like so crazy, and at this point, all I needed was my back brakes done, and an oil change. They told me $751
for back brakes and an oil change.
Yes,
you sound like white only pies.
So I know when I'm not wanted.
Yeah, and my dollars are not wanted either.
Yeah, so I left.
So speaking about shopping with people who want your business. The Black Money Movement is presenting a cash mob. And so the next cash mob will be in April. And I thought I had it here.
And we got somebody from England in the building.
But yeah, the cash mob is actually going to be weekly. Starting in April. And so the next one will be April 5th. I'm trying to find the location for it, but I can't find it right now. So yeah, y'all check it out. I find it, and we'll talk about it after the break. But shout out to the cash mob. So I was going to shop with India. I told y'all about it on Wednesday, right? And so India sent me a text saying she got a new juice in the store. And so as I'm going up there to the store, I see King Ree, and he doing recon for the cash mob. And so he became my de facto cameraman. I'm like, Ree, come record me shopping with my sister so we can send out the thing. And so it was just the universe is just smiling on us and really showing us that this movement is we doing what we need to be when we need to be doing it. And so cash mob, next one, save the date, will be April the 5th. Location to be announced after the break. I got the flyers, but I just can't find them. So that's what time it is. You seen the St. Pete mayor's race is kind of getting interesting. We're going to talk about that now. We're going to talk about that after the break.
We can start now, because we got like 5 minutes.
Okay. So in these 5 minutes, let's talk about this. There's a St. Pete police officer that was fired for losing his department weapons. St. Petersburg police officer has been fired after losing multiple pieces of department equipment near a dumpster earlier this week. So according to a local news outlet, the officer misplaced he misplaced his service gun, ammunition, and taser, which was later found near a dumpster outside of an apartment complex. So what happened, they said the officer reportedly left the equipment unattended while he was off duty. The items were found near a dumpster, raising concerns about public safety. Losing department-issued weapons is considered a serious violation of the department policy. After internal review, the St. Pete Police Department terminated the officer's employment. Officials said that the decision was based on the violation of the departmental procedures and the risk that was created by losing the weapons. So basically, they said that I guess he went and took a box of things to a dumpster and left them. And then one of the employees at the location found the box that had the belt with all of the stuff in it and then called 911. They traced it back to the officer who was later found.
So wait, was he told to throw this stuff away? Did he think it was garbage?
I don't know what he was
I don't know.
thinking.
Oh, well, so this bad mistake cost you your job. Be more careful.
He'll go get another job.
Yeah, or the union will get him back and they have to pay him. Like, when I was on city council, I was surprised. Shouldn't have been, but a lot of times when you see these stories like this, you don't see the other side of the story when they get their job back and have to get back pay.
Yeah, because they make this. The thing is, they flash it and tell you, oh, this is what happened.
Fired. Yeah,
oh, they did all this other stuff. And then they do the research in the backstory and realize that really it was a mistake or they got something wrong, but they never come back and say, or
that they was right, but the union is just strong enough to make it happen. Because I done seen some stuff where it wasn't that they was wrong. They was right to fire them, but they the union was unioning.
Okay.
Which is why we need to make sure that the unions that represent us be unioning. Yeah. A lot of times they don't. Be paying them union dues.
But how do you feel about it though?
About what?
Take it because if he
I mean, you lose your gun, you probably should lose your job.
Okay. Was it his? But it wasn't his gun, it was somebody else's gun.
No, he lost it was his department issued equipment. So he lost not only the gun, he lost the ammo and the taser. Left it by the dumpster outside.
What you was doing, sir?
Yeah, how you
what was you doing behind that dumpster that you had to take that off?
I don't know. Maybe you wasn't even in it. What? Just imagine the moment when you realize you done lost your gun.
What was you doing that you had to take it off?
Hey, you seen my gun? You seen my taser?
You seen my whole belt loop. I lost my whole belt.
You calling your wife, baby, you seen my gun belt? I gotta go to work and I can't find my belt.
Yeah.
That's a hard conversation to have. But they said the person who found it called 911. So shout out to them.
They better.
I mean, because that could have went a whole nother way, right?
Yeah.
Like somebody find that and that go a whole different direction. So shout out to the person who found the gun belt and called 911 to report it. And I think, matter of fact, I think this was somebody who lived in Pasco. Because you don't have to live in the city in order to be a police officer.
So this was not like okay. Now I got it. Okay. He was home and he took out the trash. Like took out the box.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
And then he went. Okay, so all right. Okay,
he was in Pasco County. Now
so somebody done cleaned up the house and put the stuff in there, and he take out the trash. So he go and put all of that stuff out there. Mm-hmm. But then at 9 he don't report it stolen because he go and because he like, it got to be someone. I know I had it home.
He probably tearing the
house up. Boom, 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 boom.
Can't find the gun, the taser. None of the stuff.
Yeah, mistakes happen, but dang, that's a
so now with that in mind, do you lose your job or do you get a slap on the wrist? What you doing? You the chief of police and you get a call saying we found a gun and a belt and a taser and the bullets.
Ooh,
how you handling that one, Mr.
Edmund? They're gonna give him another job. He'll be all right.
Yeah,
don't have hard times finding work.
Yeah. Here or in other counties.
Yeah, it's neither here nor there.
Yeah. How is your service equipment not put up safely in your house when you're off duty? Why would it be put in a box to begin with? Thank you very much, Tiffany. See, these are the questions that we need to be asking.
Yeah. This is what I'm thinking. It's probably what you thinking. I think he is like immature and not practicing safety protocol. But I'm thinking you come home, you take off your stuff, it's just you and your wife.
You kind of, you think.
Oh, and then the dog might, just I don't know. I'm finna stop trying to rationalize. I am. I was trying to like give him a pass.
Trying to give him a pass and the benefit of the doubt. And so
love your gun, lose your job. Love your job.
Love your job. So listen, family. So what we got is y'all know on what was it, Wednesday? We were having some technical difficulties with our guest to come in. And so during the break, we actually had the opportunity to sit down with Dr. Reginald Howard. He's the author of the book. You are the prayer that you pray. And he had a wonderful conversation. We're going to play the conversation during the break. And so we'll be back probably a little bit later than usual, but we want to give y'all an opportunity to hear from Dr. Reginald Howard about the power of prayer, what it really means to become the answer to the things we ask God for. And we'll talk about it after the break. So y'all stick around. You are the prayer that you pray. So we'll be
American officials say the incident involved 2 planes, but was not the result of hostile or friendly fire. They said rescue efforts are ongoing. Tom Bateman is the Washington.
Iran military claimed on state people with an allied Iraqi group targeted the aircraft with a missile, killing all 3. US officials said the crash was not a result of hostile or friendly fire.
And just like that, we're back. So thank you all for joining the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club this morning. And this morning we have with us Dr. Reginald Howard. He's the author of the new book.
It's the second
the prayer that you pray. And he'll be in St. Petersburg this weekend for a book discussion and signing. And today he's joining us to talk about spirituality, prayer, and personal transformation. So welcome, Dr. Howard. How are you?
I'm good, and thank you for having me today.
Israel has also launched
before we actually start talking about the book, would you mind telling the listeners a little bit about yourself and what led you to write You Are the Prayer That You Pray?
WUJM, St. Petersburg. A graduate of Clark Atlanta University, grew up here in Atlanta, lived in DC for a short stint. I'm an ordained minister, and I got my doctorate in psychology. So I'm basically taking psychology and spirituality and intertwining them. The original understanding of psychology was really the understanding of the soul, as opposed to what we have now, which is really the understanding of the mind and the personality. It was really about understanding the person's soul. So I'm intertwining those and helping us to understand who and what we are from a holistic standpoint, mind, body, and soul.
That's really powerful. And the title itself is a very powerful title as well. You say you are the prayer that you pray. What does that actually mean, like in everyday life?
Well, prayer, as I have begun to understand it and know it now, is prayer is the ongoing practice of living in alignment with God, or living in alignment with the divine will of God. So it's more than just silently communicating silently or verbally communicating with God. I'm helping people to understand that prayer encompasses your thoughts, your feelings, your words, and your behavior. So we have to be aligned in all of those different aspects of our lives in order for our prayers to manifest. And we have a very, very narrow understanding of what prayer really is. So I'm helping to expand it such that we can begin to even know ourselves and even have a more expanded view of God, because we're really not separate and apart from God. And that's the other thing. You're always communicating with God through your thoughts, through your feelings, through your words, and through your actions. So if any aspect of our being is disjointed or will I say not in alignment with our higher selves, then we're not going to get the answers that we want. And it's not God withholding anything. It's either us, in many cases, it's us believing that we can't have something. Wow. You know, the scripture even goes further to say that it's the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, and that I came that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. So I'm really working to expand our awareness of who and what we are, and that the God presence lives in us through us and as us. If God is everywhere, then you have to be a representative or a manifestation of the God presence.
Right. Q.
I'm sitting up here listening now. Why did you see like the need to write this book?
Well, I think particularly at this time, we're living in a very harsh political environment.
Yes.
And so it's going to take more. You know, I often hear people say that God is sitting on the throne and God will have the last word, but God is sitting on the throne in us. And so unless we understand who and what we are, my next book is entitled, You Are the Power of God in Action. See, unless you get up and do something, nothing's going to happen for you. See?
I know that's right.
God presence works in us. And, you know, we hear a lot of people complain about the president. But we have to realize and know that there's a greater power within us than what is in the world. And so unless we connect to that, because that's all that our African American ancestors did. Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, they connected to the God presence within them. And that's what really made them so great. It was their spirituality, them understanding and knowing the God presence within them. That's how they anchored their place in history. We often hear about their accomplishments, but we don't really know what motivated them to do what it is that they did. And I say that it was really related to them understanding and knowing their divine connection to God.
You speaking my language, man. When you talk about that prayer in action, because you're right, a lot of people do pray for things, peace, success, healing, and all of those things. And so, how does the book actually challenge people to align their lives with their prayers? Like, what's the impetus? How you moving them?
Right. So you got to, first of all, your thoughts, your thinking. See, many times our thinking is not quite in alignment with God. Everything is initiated through thought. So if your thoughts are negative, or if they are, or if you suffer from low self-esteem, you're not going to manifest the goodness of God that lives within you. You know, Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven is within you. So there's a rich heavenly presence that's within you. Right. But if your thoughts aren't aligned with it, see, if your thoughts are, I'm unworthy, I'm no good, I'm wretched. See, we've all learned that too through the traditional and many traditional spiritual settings, that we're unworthy, that we're wretched, that we're no good. See, that kind of talk is not going to, or those kind of thoughts are not going to get us to where we need to be. And particularly now in this political environment that we live in. So we don't have to get a broader understanding of what God, we got to stop thinking or saying that God is going to do it all. God can do it all, but he's got to do it through you. This is how God gets himself into the world.
So what I'm hearing, you are who you say you are and who you believe you are. And you have to do the work, and God is going to get you there. But you got to drive this car.
Right.
Like, you can't get in the car and just be like, I'm going to end up in Tampa. You got to do some work with it.
Right. You got to do some work with, even, the scripture even tells you, prove me now. So you got to prove the presence of God in you right here and right now. This is your eternal life. You know what I'm saying? This is where your eternal life begins, right here, right now, today. And so you got to prove the presence of God right now. Right now is where your point of power is. It's not into tomorrow. It wasn't into yesterday. It's what you do right now that's going to get you to where you need to be. So we've got to be able to broaden our understanding, broaden our awareness of who and what we are. We got to broaden who and what God is. God can't be contained. See, we got it contained, and we believe that the God presence is up there somewhere, and not really realizing that God moves in us, through us. As even the scripture tells you that in him we live, we move, and we have our being.
Yeah. So Dr. Howard, this is interesting to hear this because I'm a member of the Nation of Islam, and that was kind of my spiritual upbringing and growth and development. And that's really one of the core teachings, right? It's like self-improvement, the basis for community development, knowledge of God is knowledge of self. And so to hear you say these things now, how is that being received? Because it in my humble opinion, this kind of goes against some of our traditional thought patterns and ways that we show up when we get to church.
Right. Well, you could tell I'm a very non-traditional kind of minister.
Yes.
But now I think that because of everything that's going on in the political environment, I think that people are beginning to wake up. Now, everybody is not waking up to it, but I believe that there is some rumblings where we're beginning to come out of the slumber of who and what we are. We got to come out of it. And I think that this is a wonderful time, quite honestly, because many of us have been asleep for a long time. And so what is happening now is that all of the ugliness and all of the racism and everything is coming forth. It had been squashed down, and somebody put something pretty on top of it, tried to put a rose garden on top of it, but now it's all becoming unearthed.
Right.
And I'm gonna be quite honest. I'm very happy that it's coming forward, because you can only resolve that which you can see and which you understand, which you tell yourself the truth. You can't solve a problem. You cannot solve a problem without facing it.
That's
and see, for many of us, we haven't faced the ugliness. See, when you are able to face your problem or face anything that you deem ugly, you then begin to develop great self-respect for your own self and courage, and you're able to resolve your problems. But if you hide it, bury it, and don't look at it, your problem will still be there, and you'll still stumble around it, and it'll never get resolved. See, I'm a person that believes that unless I can use my spirituality to resolve the issues of life, what I'm learning is really no good. It's a difference between believing in God versus knowing God. See, believing in God means that you just got a theory that maybe God exists, but knowing God means that you've come into direct contact with God, and that you know how to use divine spiritual principles in order to be self-mastered. See, there's a lot of people who say, well, we follow Jesus. I want to be Christ-like. If Jesus was the master teacher, then you need to be mastering spiritual principles that he taught. See, they didn't come up with Christianity until long after he was gone. He was really not talking about being a Christian. He was talking about your direct spiritual connection to God. That's what he was really talking about.
Man, I love that.
This weekend, because you will be in town. Where are you from?
I'm here in Atlanta.
Okay, so you're flying in this weekend, and I know some Saturday at 1 p.m. it does start. What
12.
Okay.
On
the flight. Okay, so I might have got it wrong. I'm sorry about that. But what are you looking forward to people getting from Saturday when they show up?
I'm looking forward to them getting a more expanded view of who they are and how prayer works and operates in their life. As I said earlier, you are living your prayer right here and right now. So you are living prayer. See, if we've got to elevate our understanding. You see, it's not just asking and begging and pleading. See, we've been taught that to beg and plead.
Yes, Lord.
See, we've got to now begin to affirm the knowing. The Bible even tells you, pray as if your prayer has already been answered.
That's right.
So if that's the case, what are we begging for?
Come on now, Doc, you on it, and it is this weekend, and
it is this.
And
Right.
I want to, I have it here. So you're going to be at the Unity of Midtown St. Pete. That's 511 Prescott Street. And
Correct.
it's going to be at noon.
At
And
noon.
and I mean, this is. It sounds like people are really in store for a treat, man.
Yeah. Well, I hope you all make it out.
Look, we got a busy weekend as well.
Okay.
Will it be recorded? Do you do any recordings?
I hope so. I'm thinking that they will. I'll ask them to.
Okay, and then how can we get the book? Because you like I said, you speak in my love language, man. Prayer and prayer meeting work. and
let me hold up both of these books. Let's see.
There we go.
This is You Are the Prayer That You Pray. And we talked about that, but I also wrote last year, Manifest Your Magnificence.
Okay.
And you see the historical figures there. I even have Dr. Frances Cress Welsing on there.
Yeah.
Dr. Frances Welsing was a frequent guest at my ministry before she transitioned. But basically, I say in this book that it was their spirituality that helped them to anchor their place in history. See, we know a lot about what they did, but we don't know a lot about who they were, some of the experiences that they had and how they moved through them. I say they did what they did because of their understanding and knowingness of the God presence within them. It's entitled Manifest Your Magnificence, a historical and spiritual blueprint for success. And you can purchase these, and I feel comfortable giving out my telephone number. You can call me directly. My telephone number is 404-274-4300, 404-274-4300.
Okay.
I do have a website, drreginaldhoward.com, but I prefer the people to call me to get the book.
That direct connection. That is amazing. And if we had to leave the people with the final word or final thought, what would your final message to the community be this morning?
My final message to the community would be that you don't have to look outside of yourself for God. That the God presence manifests in you, through you, and as you, and that you are the prayer that you pray, and you are the power of God in action.
Amen to that. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard it here for yourself. We have Dr. Howard. Again, he will be in St. Petersburg this Saturday at Unity of Midtown St. Pete. That's 511 Prescott, starting at 12 noon for a book discussion and a signing of the book, You Are the Prayer That You Pray. And again, Dr. Howard, we want to thank you for considering the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club to help us and sharing your word and your message with us this morning.
And thank you for having me. I appreciate both of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
You too.
And just like that, we're back.
Welcome back. I can't hear myself, but we back. Did you unmute at the top up there too, Q? Because we had
yeah. All is done.
All is well.
All is well.
All is well on the home front. So welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See that.
We like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know. We also want to let you know, look, you ready to go.
I am. Go ahead.
The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program, so the views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carefesta Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. And it's Freestyle Friday.
It is.
Renee, what's good? I see you. Ginger, thank you for tapping in. Charlie Funk, I'm glad you liked the interview, man. Y'all put it in the chat. Let us know, what did you think of Dr. Howard's conversation?
Yeah, it was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Dr. Howard.
Yeah, Dr. Howard really did his thing, man. I appreciate him coming on, calling, and the work that he's doing. He said he's going to be here
tomorrow
at noon.
He's flying in right now, but the event tomorrow is at 12 noon.
Yeah, at Unity of. Don't get me the line. I think the flyer is up on the page as well. It's a church in the Midtown. I think it's Unity of Midtown or something like that. Maybe the name of the church. But yeah, it's good stuff, y'all. So, what's on your mind? It's Freestyle Friday. Give us a call. I think the phone lines might be working today, so let us know what's on your mind.
And then you were Friday. Before we left off. We talked about what you. It don't matter.
What you talking about, Willis?
No, but we were going to talk about the mayor's race and how it's heating up and things like that. And so we had St. Pete
mayor's race. I gotta restart this thing. So St. Pete mayor's race. So currently the mayor's race is starting to get a little crowded. There's a new candidate, the most recent candidate to actually file his Brandy Gabbard. She is a city council member for District 2. She's also managing broker of Suncoast Realty Solutions, and she's been a licensed real estate agent since 2005, and also been on council, I want to say 2017.
Okay, so now there's officially 4 people in the race?
It's officially 4 people. So it's the incumbent mayor, Ken Welch, Brandy Gabbard, Maria Scruggs, and Jim Large.
Yeah, I seen him on the news.
I didn't realize that Jim Large had actually.
Who is that?
Jim Large is the former fire chief.
Okay.
Yeah, the former fire chief. So he's former St. Pete Rescue Fire Chief. He has decades of public service and emergency management operations. And I'm trying to figure out what make him think he could do it.
They fired him, didn't
they? They kind of fired him, then rehired him, and then he retired. So he was suspended. So what had happened was,
and we're gonna make this a statement that Renee put in there after this.
Okay. So what had happened was there was a management study that was done, and the management study and the survey, like I guess the workforce, you know how they do the workforce studies and kind of check the environment and the work environment.
Yes.
Well, there was some comments that came in as a result of that survey that demonstrated like patterns of racism and the stuff that people be saying all the time.
Do we need Calamar to go in there and
I think we might need to call OCDA. Yeah. I don't know, not Chief Watson there now. We might
but he had to, should we have had him there?
They should have had him there.
Okay.
Yeah. But so anyway, what they did was they put him on suspension, administrative leave or whatever, and then after they completed their investigation, they reinstated him as the chief. And then he stayed for another little while and then eventually retired after 50 years.
Now running for mayor.
Now he's running for mayor.
You know why he's running for mayor? Look at the state of Florida.
Oh.
Okay, that just look at the state of Florida.
He really think he can win. Huh?
I mean, Florida is really kind of leaning on like, hey, we got your back. They really. You see all the laws and the things that I heard them say. I was listening to the news. Why is it so hard for everybody else, or the federal government, or to pass these laws when it's so easy in Florida?
Florida, yeah, Florida. And you talk about Florida, man. You look at this Florida government, but it's 86-34 when you look at the Republican to Democrat makeup. So they just doing whatever they want to do. Right. They got a super majority. So it's like
they skating all over this.
Yeah, they roll bouncing on this thing, man, because they've been working on it for years, and now they like all the way up. It ain't even close how up they are. So yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So wait, so he's in. So now the guy from Shore Acres is not officially.
He hasn't officially filed. I had his name here, but I can't find it.
And the only reason, and that's who I thought.
Charlie Chris is another potential candidate.
Okay. Because I saw the guy from Shore Acres. He was on the news because he wants to build a wall.
Sound familiar?
No, but listen, he was doing it because he saw it in the Netherlands or something.
He's not trying to build the kind of wall that we're familiar with.
He's
he's talking about like a wall for the water.
Yes, he is.
To keep the water out.
Let's be clear what this wall is.
Yeah, when you say he's trying to build a wall,
he's trying to keep the water out.
A candidate that ran on building the wall, and he's now the president of the United States. So.
Yeah, no, but this one right here wants to keep the water out. So when the storms is coming, this wall will then, lift up so it'll kind of stop it from flooding out.
How much that's gonna cost?
Money. I mean, honestly, but I wouldn't be mad at that. Like, we spend our money on a lot of stuff. So if we could preserve our area and put this wall up that will keep the water from flooding and doing all that other stuff when the major storms come, because we are surrounded around water. Yeah. So I wouldn't be upset with double clicking on that one.
What's possible. And I think that is going to be one of the campaign issues, right? Because you think about what happened with the storms, the floods, and then also Councilmember Gabbard has done a lot of work around resiliency and flooding. I think Shore Acres might be in District 2, Riviera Bay kind of got hit hard. And so I think resiliency is going to be one of those topics and conversations in this upcoming mayoral election.
I really want
how to spend them, how to spend the money.
I really want to hear everybody's platform and exactly what their idea, what St. Pete looks like to them.
Yeah.
And what policies that you're trying to, push forward.
Right.
In there. And y'all also know that this is an open platform. Y'all know we done said it many times. Go ahead.
Let me just do that real quick. No, you got it. Because that's you right. Now that they filing to run, we want to make it clear and make it known that candidates, if you're running for office in 2026 and you're looking for a real way to connect with the people, I'm going to get my Ray Tampa on. You're looking for a real way, not just connect with the voters, but the real community. Here's the space for you right here, 99 Gems. You can underwrite a show, build your audience, and share your message. Our listeners tune in because they trust the voices of the station, the culture, the conversation, and the connections that we make. So underwriting a show is one of the most effective ways to introduce yourself, highlight your platform, and stay in front of the people you want to serve. Your message stays local, your support strengthens Black media, and your campaign can get consistent visibility. So if you want to reach the heart of St. Pete, this is where you come to do it. For underwriting info, rates, and to lock in your spot, send us a message or hit the contact us button at 99 Gems.
And we're very interested on everybody that's coming in and what their ideas and and because also when we're not letting y'all just talk, right? we really want to see. We want something.
I mean, our listeners don't expect us to just let y'all
right, just come but we I think we're trying to come up with some demands that to make people stay accountable.
Yeah.
For what they're saying.
Right.
And so come out here and say it. Like, it's open to everybody. Maria came out. She had some good points with it. And I think probably all the candidates probably have something that we can all benefit from.
So there's space for you. So take advantage of the space opportunities. I know there was some Black Voters Matter education going on as well. There's some opportunities for the voters to be informed. Mr. Emmy, you want to share that with us? What's happening with the voter education initiative?
Yeah, we meeting, getting the voices out, getting the community together. So y'all get with us, inbox us, and learn more.
Right on. And then with that in mind, I saw this thing about Jamal Bryant. So did you see it?
Mm-mm.
Why you saying like that?
Go ahead.
It ain't about him and his wife.
I don't care, but go ahead.
It's about the boycott. So Pastor Jamal Bryant has announced the end of the nationwide boycott campaign against Target, saying that the company has made progress on several of the campaign's demands. Keyword progress. Thank you for lifting that up for us, Mr. Edmond, the difference between progress and change. So he said they made progress. Bryant pointed out that Target's commitment to invest $2 billion in Black-owned businesses, noting that about 97% of that pledge has already been fulfilled, while the remaining portion is expected to be completed by Easter of 2026. He also cited other steps that have been taken by the company, including increased minority representation on Target's board. So they hired them some Black people. And the launch of an internal initiative called Belonging at Bullseye, aimed at improving inclusion within the company. In addition, Target has reportedly committed $100 million in grants and scholarships to support Black-led community organizations. Y'all ready for the however?
Yeah.
Say however.
However,
the decision to end the boycott has not been universally accepted. Some organizers and advocacy groups say that they plan to continue to boycott, arguing that the company has not made enough changes to its diversity policies. So the situation highlights a broader debate about how corporations should respond to pressure from community groups and what meaningful accountability looks like when companies make commitments around diversity and equity. And so the question is, when we think about an announcement where one of the leaders of the boycott saying the boycott is over, but then the people say no, it ain't.
Well, I'm finna go with the leader. I'm ready to go back to talk.
Oh my God. Come on, Q.
I'm crossing the ticket line.
Oh my God. I wasn't ready. You can say we need to get Jabbar a cup of coffee. Jabbar hasn't had his coffee yet.
Oh,
pomegranate juice, I think.
But what I am seeing is that a lot of times we demand the change, and when people start working for it, towards it, like there should be like. I mean, it ain't hard to pull back again. We just saw the snacks play, right?
Yeah.
And that was part of and that's how they ended the snacks play.
Which with what?
With that he listened to the people.
No, it ain't never in.
Yeah.
You got wrong.
I said the play. I said the play.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now you ain't said nothing all day. Now
talking about the play. Come on, tell me about the play. What happened with the play?
No, but at the end of the snacks play, there was some demand.
Wait, it's not a spoiler?
It's over with.
They not gonna do it again?
It was 2 days.
Okay.
He done moved on.
Okay,
and if
he
it's
doing a whole nother play.
Yeah,
Okay.
he on to a whole nother play.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah.
So go ahead.
But in the whole thing, and I'm with you, F snacks, right?
Okay,
like kind of
sure.
because it ain't that. But in the play, he listened to the demands and came out and made some changes.
Okay.
Right. The fact that they're making changes and 90% is a big. That's an A. 90% is an A. Look, not and then April 26 is 100%. I mean,
Easter saying they're going.
They'll have 100% of
but
how
you
many.
know how they do us though. You know they make these announcements, but they don't really be real.
It might not be. They say Q, please. I get it.
They say they got $100 million commitment, but that don't mean that they're gonna keep that commitment. Yeah, they made a pledge like what they did with snacks.
But they said $90,000
and we're gonna give you $1,500 a year for 10 years. Thank you. Good job.
But if they ask for it, but if 90% of it is already committed out.
Let me see what they said.
They said 90% of it.
97% of the $2 billion. What they said. Something, but I don't believe it. Whatever they said, I don't believe it. You can't trust them people, like Flavor Flav say. You can't trust it. So they said Bryant pointed to Target's commitment to invest $2 billion in Black-owned businesses. Okay. Noting that 97% of that pledge has already been fulfilled. So they've done 97% of $2 billion investments in Black-owned business. Help me out, Mr. Edmond.
I just don't believe them. And we're just gonna do them like we did Tommy Hilfiger,
which is
keep them on the list.
Yeah. What y'all think?
The culture ain't bought Tommy back.
No.
So it's the same way.
But Tommy ain't commit back to Black people. Like
that's right. And then we went our separate ways.
Yeah. So you thinking that
we went our separate ways.
So even with the commitment, they saying 97% of $2 billion has been invested.
We already did it. We already did. I done heard that before.
So who is who Black-owned businesses that's getting money from Target? Let us know. Put it in the comment. Have you received any investment from Target in your business? Where's that list? I guess that's the list that.
But they were already so.
Like who they invested in? That
we'll do the research.
Yeah, thank you, Target. Y'all help my business, and now because investing in Black businesses. But
Target prior to this had a lot of Black entrepreneurs in their store. So why they
on the list to start with then?
Huh?
Why they on the list if that was the case?
Because they took the DEI out when Trump said it. They took that part out of it. But prior to that, they had a really diverse. That's what made me love Target.
Okay.
I went in there and there was stuff really for us.
Okay.
Like in there was businesses that you wouldn't see in any other store. Mm-hmm. That you would see, and they were Black, like Camilla Rose. Okay. She was in there, which is
Tab Brown.
Yeah, Tabitha Brown. She was in there. They have the Culture Creative. Yeah, but no, it's the same thing. Like that's in there that's strictly for the urban market.
Okay.
They have a lot of hair products that was black owned. You know,
okay.
They got the mushroom tea that everybody be talking about.
Is that black owned?
I think it is, but I may be, I'm not 100%.
Okay.
So there is a lot of black businesses that they have put in their stores. And that's the reason why I personally was shopping there.
Okay.
And when that happened, I was really disappointed because I'm like, dang, this is my ish. Like, I really feel like I can go in there and get quality stuff. And then for them to come back.
Yeah, no, so you with Pastor Brian.
But this is how I feel about it. You want people, you ask for the change, and when they do it, and that's just like when you go to prison.
Yeah.
You want to come back and you want to prove that until you prove me wrong to not mess with you again. Okay. Like you did your time.
So you want some believe in second chances.
I do. And I believe in second chances across the board for everybody. I'm not going to give it to you and not give it to somebody else because I want somebody to give it to me when I mess up.
Okay. I hear that. And I guess it's for me, I don't have a dog in that fight because I never really shopped in Target. I think I went to Target in my life maybe 4 times. And maybe 3 of those times was coffee because they had Starbucks right in the front.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I wasn't really a Target shopper.
And I remember, like after the boycott, like I went in there, right?
Yeah.
And I was so ashamed. Like I walked around and I walked back out, and I was like, dang.
Yeah.
Like, but there a lot photo shoots. Target. Okay. Like a lot of the stuff
like Kmart used to do. I remember. You remember them Kmart photo shoots? Yeah. All right, so let us know. Put it in the chat. Are you going back to Target with Pastor Jamal Bryant, or are you doing with the community? So I think Tamika Mallory was one of the ones who was saying, "Nah, not enough." And Tamika Mallory was, one of the frontliners for the boycott. So I be
wondering, what is enough for us? Like, you know what I mean? When we go in there, like, what is enough?
Yeah. That's a good question. And once we get the clarity on that, then we can move forward.
Because, like, do we
land in probably about 6 or 7 states?
From Target?
No, just
saying, like
in general. We need 7. Give us 7 states.
I like that.
Yeah, that's enough.
I want Florida though.
Close enough.
Can we
get all of it? But if we can get,
can we get 7? Can Florida
somewhere
be
where
one?
you can grow some food? They got to be. They can't give us desert. Like we want fertile ground, minerally rich. You know, maybe 20 to 25 years worth of support that'll help us. Get good. So that's what a generation. You know what I mean? So you get some support, you get some equipment, you get like all the tools that you need in them 7 states. I think that'll be a start.
So can we start at Florida, and then can we take Florida, Georgia, like out
we can start with,
boom, 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 and go up to the middle?
Yeah,
we don't have to get all water area, but if we can take 7 that's all connected, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. And then Mika said when we get an anti-black hate crime bill, like add that to the list too. That'll be another one of the things that you can do. So are we talking about Target? We talking about the boycott. If you're just tuning in, we talking about Pastor Jamal Bryant. He's declared that the Target boycott is over. But then there's others in the movement who are saying no, it ain't. And we want to know what y'all think.
And you know what?
We're talking about the Target boycott. So let us know. Are you with Pastor Bryant to go ahead and ease up and go back to Target, or are you still holding the line and not going back?
I'm with Dr. Jamal Bryant. Y'all can look at me crazy, but I'm honest. I'm not sneaking. I'm telling you that. But if they mess up again, I don't mind. Yeah, but I don't. But I held the line while everybody was there.
Yeah,
I did not cross the ticket.
Yeah,
I did not cross the threshold, the picket line, while we was all unified. Right.
Okay.
Now that we're there, I'm okay. Now this is a Qiana thing. This don't have to be nobody else's.
The views expressed
is of Qiana. I'm okay with the numbers. I'm gonna do some research to make sure that they're real.
I hear that.
Right.
You know what my all was?
What?
The question in the chat. How much they paid him?
Ooh.
How much they paid him? How much they paid him? Lord, you always gotta wonder.
That's the other 5% of that.
You always got that's that 3% of that 97.
But if he paid him and he reinvested it back in the community, is that not a good thing? Because he's all about.
No, it's not.
I don't know, Q.
No, it's
not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
You can't buy the leadership and tell them to ease up.
No, but if he's not by the leadership, but if they bought like, hey, I got these programs, boom, 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 boom.
No.
I was just listening to somebody.
Okay.
Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, everything bought ain't like self-gain.
Okay.
Like, no, like, let's say listen, I have these initiatives. I want to buy this land so that we can form marijuana. They want that,
yeah, because he did.
Because he did that because he
selling weed from the church backyard.
Because he wanted to get.
Remember that one? This the same pastor that say he gonna grow weed in the
because he wanted
the
YNs in the church, and he want them to have legal money and to be able to do what they do.
So
legally.
a Target investing money in his weed growing operation,
whatever it is, whatever his initiative is that came in, he just happened to be the top voice for it. So just like this,
but that's how they get us though.
Every time,
that's how they get us.
No, they get us when we pocket it for self and not for the community.
Okay.
So, like, listen, what's the difference? No, like, what's the difference from them investing? No. What's the difference from them doing your initiative or his initiative?
Because you got to take the Y off of it and put it our initiative.
So that's what I'm saying. So what is the difference from the one that he created? That's for us, because he was the voice that said
who are the partners? That was the collaboration partnership.
But that's what
does it make it okay if it's not just him? If it's other people that's involved?
So this is what I'm saying. We're saying like you have to invest in Black businesses. He's a Black man that has Black businesses, right? Okay. And so because he is the one that headstrong, his business is not supposed to be invested in.
Here you go. Y'all let us know. That's a good question. Put it in the chat. I can't say that one on L1, but I can show it. There you go. Look at what Mika said. But then Charlie Funk said, what's the problem with them paying him to give us what we are asking for in the long run? That's the question.
What's wrong with him paying him?
What's wrong with Target? What's the problem with Target paying him? I'm just saying Target because he said them. What's wrong? What's the problem with them paying him to give us what we are asking for in the long run?
So
that's your question?
That is kind of mine. I didn't say it like that. I didn't frame.
Yeah.
The difference for me.
That's a good question.
The difference for me is if he personally got paid and it just went to benefit him, or are you doing some initiative that we want in our community? Because he had a lot of initiatives.
Okay.
Because that's who he is. Yeah, so because he was the one that's up front and he the one that end up getting the money, but if it's going back in the community and benefit us, why are we now attacking? Right. Okay. Because if you were the one that benefit from it, just because you weren't the head of it, but your business got it.
Yeah. And your business is providing jobs and doing all the things.
But see, I think where it come in at is when you got to disclose it. You can't just say, "Okay, it's over, y'all," without saying, "Hey, yeah, they paid me." Yeah, that's the line you crossing, because now you're just presenting it like
it's over.
But you're not.
You telling their side of the story. Yeah, they've invested in businesses. Yes. They've done these things.
You went in representing us and came out representing them.
Yeah,
and then you're gonna be like, "Oh well, did it for the community." Well, the reality is you can do it for yourself and still say you did it for the community because you part of the community.
Yeah.
So we are.
But this is a whole assumption.
I mean,
this is what we're saying
but it's assumption based on historical precedent that has been set. This ain't like just wild imagination. We know that they be paying people and buying people off.
They do.
So it's probable. I mean, I mean, it's alleged.
It's a legend, but we do know that, like him, this is what I'm finna say.
It's not a stretch of the imagination.
It's not a stretch of our imagination, but every Black leader is not paid off.
Yeah.
So hold on. Just take it back, because we're not talking about every Black leader. We're just talking about Jamal Bryant and Target right now.
No, but we
conflated. We missed the opportunity to talk about the subject.
Okay,
so let's just talk about Jamal and Target right now.
Well, then no, but you say that, but then we already said, how can we talk about one and not the other when we just said they usually paid off? So now we made it, we broadened it and said, they start out. We said this.
Yeah, I did that.
We said like start out for the community and end up for self. Yeah. So like, if we're just talking about that, we don't know.
That was on me. I take that because I did make it broader than just Pastor Bryant, because I mean it's context. And I think context matters.
And they
do.
Here's
what the people are saying. So Charlie Funk want to know, what are we fighting for again? I think that's always a question that needs to be clarified up front. And once you clarify it up front, when you have conversations like this, you can go back to it. So that's a really good question that always should be the center of the conversation.
Yeah.
And then you can look at measurement and performance against that. And so once you're clear on what you're fighting for, now you can say, now you can say, okay, this is good or this is not good because you got some stable datum that you're comparing it to. So thank you for that. Ms. Eva says, I'm not going back to Target. I saved money when I stopped. Ms. Teresa says, Target is like snacks in my life. And as for the products from Black-owned companies, like Donna's Recipe by Tabitha Brown, I can order them from the company. So she don't have to go to Target to get it. Question in the chat. The question is why we had to be here anyway. They think Black folks ain't ish, but we showed them our money is powerful. And when you disrespect us, we keep our money. Thank you very much. So appreciate that. Thank y'all for the comments and thank y'all for the engagement. And if you want to know how you can do something locally in this vein, and you're looking to do something good, then the Black Money Movement.
Yeah, it
is really bringing this to our community in a real way. So you got a cash mob, another cash mob coming up. It's on Soul Food Sunday at the Canopy Restaurant, the Canopy 18th restaurant and more. It's happening Sunday, April 5th at 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. noon, and it's located 3074 18th Avenue South, right here in St. Pete. Again, the idea is simple. We show up, we support, we eat good, and we circulate dollars in our community. So on April 5th, come grab some soul food, connect with people, help support a local Black-owned businesses. Bring your appetite, bring your money. The cash mob will be showing up at Canopy 18 Sunday, April 5th at noon. Come out and support. That's a real way that you can engage in present time.
Okay, so can we double tap this to take Dr. Jamal Bryant out of it? Okay. When we're out there doing advocacy work, right? They assume that when you're out there and you're doing ground roots work, you know what I mean?
Grassroots,
Grassroots, can't even talk this morning. That you're not supposed to get paid, right? You're the one that's the loudest. And then when the money comes to you, now you're shamed for getting the money and getting the check or doing the work because you're the one that's out there. And I really don't think that's fair.
I think it's transparency, like what Mr. Edmonds said.
I think, but even when you're transparent with it, they still shame you for it. So like if I'm saying in our community, like we're not getting enough businesses, and then I'm the one that end up getting the money for my business because I'm the loudest. Now I'm looked at, oh, you sold that.
But you got to look at it like that too, because they're going to try to buy you out because you're the loudest. And if you're going to take that and say, oh, I'm the loudest and I'm doing it, you got to carry that bag too. You can't say, oh, nah, you know what? I got what I need. I'm done. You can't do that.
Ain't nobody said you got to say you're done.
Okay, so that brings up a good point. Here's what I think the point is. Because we talk about this a lot, right? It's a couple things I want to say on this. Number one, I think you're right. Most people want the person who's giving food to be hungry. They want the person who's giving clothes to be naked, and they want the person who's providing housing to be homeless. Because there's this idea that virtue is in poverty and want. And if you got anything and you're trying to help people, you're not coming from a sincere place.
Yeah.
So that's established, I think, because a lot, that whole scripture, blessed are the poor and all of that. So we've like romanticized being poor, and those are the most virtuous and pious people, like rich people. And we demonize rich people. It's harder for a rich person to get into the camel, the whole eye of the needle, all of the stuff we say about rich people. So there's this whole, you can't be good and you can't be rich and you can't be poor and like all of the stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
So you got that dynamic, which I totally disagree with, right? Because like the Savior and the God that I believe in promises us luxury, money, good homes, and friendships in all walks of life. And so that's the benefit of living a righteous lifestyle, right? So that's, in my future, like I have no doubt about that. Like streets paved with gold, that sounds like luxury. Gold slippers, silk robes. That sounds that ain't polyester. So that means it's some
luxury.
It's some luxury. You know what I mean? And so luxury is in my future, and I have no doubt about that. But this idea that when somebody gets paid, there's the unwritten rule. Because they'll pay you if you're the loudest, but you think that they're paying you to address your demands, but they're paying you to be quiet. And that's the problem. Like if you the loudest and you get paid and now all of a sudden you quiet, that's the problem. But if you the loudest and they give you some money and you still the loudest and you still going hard, like that's when we start having to look at the distinction between the two, because we know people who have been loud got paid and you don't hear from them. Because it's been things that have come our way and like they give us some money and think, oh, because we gave y'all that money, y'all not supposed to be doing what y'all doing. It's like, no, that's an unwritten rule.
But
we don't have to follow that rule.
But I'm 100% with that, right? I'm with you right there. But we've also seen that when the people get paid, even if they're still fighting, people don't take you as serious, or they don't think it's still genuine at this point, because you're the one who got you and then you may be the loudest, but you may be the one that got your ish together.
Okay.
And nobody else in the whole camp do. And even though you screaming, hey, we need to do this, like, and while we're fighting for this, we need to get this together. And now you got it, but now you're the one that always get the money. And now you be like, why they always get the money? Not because they're also the loudest, also because they have their stuff together.
You do good business.
Right. Yeah. And so like it's a lot of gray in here.
But I think if you really serving the people know that about you. I think the ones who really doing it, the people want you to be successful.
I do believe that.
What happens is we have seen people who get rewarded and celebrated, but we know they're not really doing the job for real. Like
we talk about that all the time. We do talk about it
because they have their stuff together on paper, but when it comes to the trenches and the real work, they're not really doing the real work. So it looked good. It looked like they're doing the work, and so the person who looking at papers say, oh, well, this is a group that we can fund and we'll support that group, and they support that group. But the people know that's not the group that you really need to be supporting.
I agree with that on that.
And so I think even if the people do get paid, you don't have a problem with people getting paid if you know that this organization is really helping the community, and you know in the community who's really doing the work. So I don't think that really applies to every group, especially when it's the people, the ones that really decide. Like the people know. And the people will tell you, man, they ain't doing nothing. I went in there to get help and I couldn't get nothing out of them people.
Oh, I agree
but
with you.
But they always get, like, that's what you hear. But the people who doing the work and don't get nothing, the people will tell you, man, they need to be getting it to them.
They do.
Them people helped me when I couldn't help them. They came and they did this.
So let's start right there. So I agree with you. And then as soon as them people get it, not always, because y'all know we don't subscribe to all. Look at them. They better. They
I don't think so.
But we've done seen it.
I ain't seen it.
I have.
I celebrate when people who really doing the work finally get some support.
But again, we've always said,
they be doing it. They be working 9 to 5.
We've always said
they sure be going through it, and they still show up, and then they finally get some support. Man, good job.
But
keep doing it.
But that's our team.
Yeah,
we
know there's a lot of people like that. I know.
But
I hear you. We don't subscribe to all.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. Freestyle Friday, y'all. What started this conversation? We were talking. If you're just tuning in, we were talking about Pastor Jamal Bryant and the work that he's been doing around the Target boycott. He's announced that it's over for him, apparently, because there's others in the community who don't share that viewpoint. So let us know. Put it in the chat. Are you with Jamal Bryant and going back to Target, or are you still holding the line? That's the conversation.
I'm holding the line for snacks. Right? I'm holding the line for snacks or whatever.
Target got you. They
got me. Going back. Sorry. Now, if they do something else, I'll hop back over. I'm really honest about that.
I appreciate the transparency. So I saw, this is kind of a sad story. I hate to transition into this, but it's a conversation that we've been having a while. We talked about it in different ways before. So there was an incident involving a 12-year-old girl, Jada West, is now sparking a national conversation about bullying, school safety, and accountability. So Jada was a student at Mason Creek Middle School in Douglas County. According to her family, she had been experiencing bullying for nearly 3 months after moving into the new neighborhood. They said that the school had been notified about the situation prior to the incident. Reports say that arguments began earlier in the school day and continued on the school bus ride home. When the bus stopped, several students got off the bus, reportedly following her down the street. There was a video that was circulating online that captures Jada saying, "Why is everybody getting off the bus?" before the confrontation turned physical. Witnesses say that she defended herself during the fight, but shortly afterwards, while heading home, she collapsed. Family members say that her heart stopped shortly after the altercation. She was rushed to the hospital, but despite best efforts, doctors said she later passed away on March 8th. Her death has now triggered widespread discussion online and in the communities about who bears responsibility when bullying escalates to this level. So whether it's the students involved, the adults who may have been nearby or notified, the school system that was reportedly aware of the bullying, or the broader systems that are meant to protect children. People are asking online, and I want to hear from y'all, did anybody fail, Jada? And if so, who? And how can tragedies like this be prevented in the future? That's the question that's been going around.
She definitely was failed. Because she lost her life.
Yeah.
Bullying for me, you know, this is a hard one.
Yeah.
It really is a hard one when you sit up there and like think about it, because like, what do you do? Because, you know, I think it's a shame that all them kids followed her.
Yeah.
And then everything, and we're the adults, but you're walking home from school. So who's out here monitoring them at this point?
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to pinpoint anybody to say like, hey, it's your fault when they're walking. You know what I mean?
Driver?
But the bus driver, wasn't the bus driver gone?
That's what I'm saying. If this ain't your stop, why y'all getting off? Get back on the bus. Do you see all of these children? Like you hit them on the bus, you driving, you hit them.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they getting off the bus, talking about what they about to do and what they finna do.
The bus driver happy that they got off the bus. They didn't want them on the bus.
Yeah. So it's not the bus driver? Who?
The children.
Okay, the children.
The children. Because they...
And then now you start talking about children, parents, all of that kind of stuff.
I done been there. I done been on the bus. I done got in the fight.
Yeah.
At school. I done got on the bus. I done been the one they done got off the bus.
They got off at the wrong bus stop.
No, I done been on the bus where they done got off at my bus stop with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was ready for whatever.
Yeah. Y'all.
You know what I mean? But I also came with family. So like my cousins got off the bus too.
Okay,
you know what I mean? So I went by myself.
And that's what they're saying. She was like new to the neighborhood, and I used to always be the new kid in school. So I remember like a bullying attempts, but you just you kind of have
which is
I figured out how to set the standard. You know what I'm saying?
So and the school system is so iffy, like you know what I mean when you look at it, because the bus driver could have probably intervened and said like, hey, don't get off on this bus stop right now. Like, you know what I mean? But then if she would have did that could have been, a whole nother thing.
Yeah, the bus driver wanted to get them kids off the bus.
Not
anyway.
even that, but now you're looking out for it. Now there's a whole nother can of worms that's open.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going back and forth. Like this is like the kids definitely need to take accountability for their actions.
Yes. And I think it must have been in the other community, because they would have been taking somebody to jail.
Press program 4.
And
okay.
Yeah.
And they would have took somebody to jail by now. So it must have not been in the hood. Because people in the hood go to jail for stuff like this. Or less.
But the kids definitely need to be punished.
Yes.
No, the kids need to be punished.
So yeah, that's the topic that's going around again. Stop the bullying, y'all. But yeah, it was a sad situation. I think this was a part of that. This is the second part of the phone call that I got. And so is that Mr. Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all, listen, y'all. It's been an amazing ride. Again, it's Freestyle Friday. We hope you got something out of today's broadcast. If you're not doing nothing, and even if you is, make time. Come by Child's Park tomorrow from 12 to 4 for the community day, community field day, family fun for everybody, not just the youth, but youth.
Hold on one second.
Heart,
seniors. Caller, introduce yourself.
Yes, this is Don Jenner. You guys are getting ready to get off the air, but I want to say kudos to that thought about kids must take responsibility for themselves. Can you hear me?
Yes, he say kudos to themselves because they need to take responsibility for themselves.
Amen.
The kids.
All right.
Yep.
All right, thank you so much.
And he came through, so we fixed the problem.
All right, so phone line is working. So again, thank y'all for tuning in, tapping in. It's been an amazing ride. Up next is Sister Hughes, make you lose your shoes.
Shout out all of them.
This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
I'm one on this that.
And we out.
Bing, bing.